Hey everybody, it's me, Zach. This is Potato, and welcome back to our channel.
Who is that they, them on my screen?
Hi everybody, welcome to me. Welcome in, welcome in. It is in fact me, Zachary Marie, and we are back again. I had to take a little bit of a extended 2-day break from Rosie coverage. I don't know, just in general, I was feeling a little bit burnt out from the internet, so I like to just take my time, even though I was still producing some great Twitch streams and content over on the Zachary Michael also re-upload channel. If you want to go check that out while I'm ever not posting here on the main channel, that could be a thing you do. Anyways, with that being said, Rosie's actually, since the last time I covered her, she's actually gone live 3 times, including last night. The edit that we're gonna watch today does not include her stream from last night, but it does include both of her streams that she did following Remy leaving her, which as many of us figured out, as she made it very clear, he had been gearing up to leave and she was really upset. That's why she was so upset about the pool, you guys. Ugh, fuck, she didn't have time. She didn't have time for the pool to be fixed so that they could do races or whatever in her pool. So anyways, we're gonna watch those first 2 streams where she just live streams. I think this is like a total of 7 hours altogether. The first one is called Surprise Chili Mac Dogs and Mini Unboxing, parentheses, low-key vibes, in parentheses. And the second one is called It's Tummy Time Vibes. Parentheses, chit-chat vibes, end parentheses. So it's really funny to me, to be quite honest with you, that she's leaning into tummy time. I appreciate somebody who's trying to, lean into the joke. Lean into the joke. Even if it's a joke that her arch nemesis, Zachary Marie, Zachary Michael, ZM, came up with and coined. But I digress. I've heard the chili dogs are gross, and I'm ready to get to. So let me shut the fuck up, because this is gonna be long. It was like 7 hours of streaming altogether, and the incomparable Jane 2013 got it down to 49 minutes, divas. So, for real, I'm gonna shut the fuck up and let's get to, shall we? Brief pause on shutting the fuck up. I will say that the reason in my last Rosie React that the screen recording was disappearing when I paused is because the screen recording for like the first 2/3 of that didn't get saved because my MacBook that I do the screen recording on crashed. And I don't know, that's the first time that's happened to me, so I don't have enough data to be able to determine why that happened. Part of me is like, I don't know if my computer was overheating or whatnot, so I may take a few weird pauses at different points just to maybe give my MacBook a break preemptively. Just in case that's the problem. So if you see any weird jump cuts or edits when I don't normally do a lot of editing to the reaction part, that's why. But that's also why the things was disappearing. I literally went and downloaded the video and matched up the audio to have it play when it was playing. Does any of that make sense? I don't know. I just wanted to explain that because I know some people are like, ooh, Zach, please never do this again. And trust, it's not my intention. It's way more work for Zachary Marie to do it that way than how I normally do it. All right, for real, shutting the fuck up. Hi, Rosie. Hey, girl.
Hello. Hi, everyone.
Hey.
Welcome in. I asked you to pick up hot dogs.
Welcome in.
Meal idea. I was hoping to make this meal idea while my boyfriend was here. We unfortunately didn't get to it. Hello, Jess, Aliax. I made a ton of stuff. Offline, I made another batch of my homemade mac and cheese and tea recipe.
Hell yeah.
Guys, yeah, he's gone. Yeah, he left. He just got home, actually, and he's getting settled in, probably gonna sleep. I don't know if he's gonna come in and say hi, because this is a last minute thing. I didn't know what kind of headspace I would be in. I didn't know how it would feel, and today I realized that I think this is a good, healthy distraction.
I'm glad to see that she's got her piss yellow nails on still. We're still twinning divas.
So we're gonna do this instead of just like laying in bed and like, you know, circling the drain with my feelings. So you know, I think it's better that I spend my time hanging out with you guys and chatting. My boyfriend also made me this necklace. I picked out this one. He picked out the other one. It's a steampunk dragonfly. I've worn it a little bit before. I wear the other one more often.
He made it. My boyfriend made it. I love that she talks about him making these necklaces when it literally came down to to them going to Michael's, picking out little pendant charm things and then adding them to a chain. Which, like, yeah, I guess is technically making them. I guess. I guess.
Because it's the one he picked out. The goodbye was extremely hard. Yeah.
I'm sure. And I can tell it was hard because you've already started accumulating shit on the counters behind you again. It's crazy how once your butler ends their vacation, now how all of a sudden you got shit accumulating behind you on the counters again.
I will say is yesterday we got some really, really good news.
Oh, wow.
News I wasn't expecting to get this soon. News that actually lets us know what direction we're going in. And getting that news yesterday made today so much easier because there was an unknown factor before yesterday that is now known. That's all I can say publicly.
Diva talking in riddles. Me trying to do the math. I'm like, what do you mean? What unknown factor that's going to maybe somehow change the way that you go forward in the future? I don't know. To be honest, Diva, talk about whatever you want to talk about. But I wish if you were gonna say something, you would just say it or not at all, because the gag is that this is what leads to people speculating about stuff, and this is when people start like coming up with all the conspiracy theories and you know, trying to deep dive into what it could possibly be. Sorry I keep playing with my hair. I'm just like, I keep catching glimpses of myself in the camera. I just gotta stop looking at her because I'm like, do I really look like that? Well, yes.
I thought you guys were going to do another live before he left, though. So if you missed that, check the update for the.
If you missed that, just know she's still pissed about the pool.
The chat post, I did write that out. But the TLDR is we filmed something that I'm gonna get up pretty soon. I wasn't planning to go live this soon.
Right.
Well, I mean, today could be better, to be fair, but...
The gag is I really wasn't expecting her to post again. I even said as much in my last Rosie Reactor to go live again. And I was like, I'm going to have a break. But, you know, leave it to Rosie to never follow through on what it is she says she's going to do. You know, normally when she's not following through on something, it's like her not following through on actually posting content. But this time, it was the opposite. She said, I told you all I wasn't going to go live, but look at me now. So really, truly, she just really knows how to do it. That's her thing. That's what we all got to get used to is she's just going to do the opposite of whatever she says she's going to do at this point.
I'm letting myself focus on the positives. I got to spend a month basically with my long distance boyfriend. We had an amazing time. No, we found my fidget ring when we were working on my room. Actually, no, this isn't a new dress.
When we were working on my room, girl, you mean when Remy was cleaning and organizing your room? Let's call it what it is, Diva.
Actually, I realized this as I put this on. This is the same dress that I wore on the first live we did together. Genuinely didn't plan that. I was just going through because I was gonna come on here with my pajamas in full sad mode.
Ooh, obsessed as she says pajamas.
I got the bacon here from this morning. These are gonna be some hella loaded chili dogs. I'm pretty hyped actually.
Hell yeah.
I've got my leftover homemade mac and cheese. I've got the Wolf brand canned chili. I've got the bacon. I've got cheese. Also, a couple weeks ago we got Sonic, so I have this left over from the pretzels.
Cheese sauce, signature cheese sauce is what that says. Sorry, it's backwards in her camera.
The pretzels from, those soft pretzels from Sonic go so fucking hard. Try them. They all come with cheese sauce.
It's too bad y'all couldn't make time to go to the beach, but I'm glad y'all found time to go to the Sonic. Truly.
So I was thinking I could use this. I have 4 very small onions, so we'll be caramelizing those in a moment. Like
the description of all the stuff that she just got done talking about putting on these chili mac dogs. Hell yeah. That's my girl. That's my girl that's gonna reverse her to type 2 diabetes. I just know it.
Like I said, I'm deleting the dally. Honestly, I kind of dealt with a lot of my emotions offline, and I think, knowing me, I think I'm going to kind of have a little bit more of a delayed response to, like, once it really hits that he's not here anymore.
Probably around the time that you have to start cleaning up after yourself again, which, honestly, truly, it looks like we're about to hit that deadline about any time.
Actually, it's kind of starting to hit right now a little bit.
Oh, and now what did I say?
I'm texting my baby. Give me a second.
Okay. All right, Amberlynn.
Before he even leaves, real, yeah. I'm just trying to not be hella emo on main, okay? Trying is the key word here. Because I already had a little bit of a moment. I just needed to take a bit of a breather. Because, like, it was kind of accumulating. Tell him I love him some more. Hell no. You gonna go to your name? I'm totally joking. Okay, I'm gonna open this one first.
Please. Oh yeah, I forgot part of the title of this was an unboxing. Work, diva. Work.
Because I know what's in this one, and quite frankly, I want to... This might happen right now.
So thrilled that we are these... Is this from a P.O. box, or is this her own hard-earned money? Hard-earned money.
Do y'all know what this is yet? Because I sure do.
Or did Remington buy this for her? So many questions. Diva, no, it came from that fucking teakwood person, didn't it? This fucking why are we sitting here supplying this woman with bottles of THC-infused liqueur? Well, not liqueur, because it's not actually alcohol, but why are we doing this? Why are we doing this? This is, I mean, honestly, it's giving, like, it's quite truly honestly giving, like, Cakegate energy. Like, if you're a fan of Rosie, if you're genuinely a fan of Rosie, why are we sending her THC and enabling her to, like, just make poor, terrible life choices? I just truly don't understand.
I love you.
Girl, be so fucking for real.
Shh, it's okay. It's okay. Teakwood is way too kind. This is, guys, just for those who are new, this is the 3rd time Teakwood has gotten me this bottle of Willie's.
And that's crazy.
It is not liquor. It is a THC-infused social tonic. So I'm gonna chill some of this ice.
Wild. Okay. These bags of drink mixes are crazy. It is giving, honestly, it's been a while since anything water talk related has come up. If you don't know about the water talk girlies, they're these girlies who make waters every day. And they actually, you know, I don't know why this is the first time it crossed my mind. Rosie's not alone in just having, like, a horde of drink pouch mixes, things like this. Because these water talk girlies will pull open bins and make these, like, just crazy drinks that they call water that, like, really truly at the end of the day are just, like, juice. But let's go. I am both impressed and also not surprised, and also like, girl, why do you need so many of these? I'm all of those feelings when it comes to seeing these 2 hefty Ziploc bags full of drink mixes.
I reorganized my drink pockets.
Hell yeah.
Into a system that makes sense to me. So we're gonna do a peach mango.
Work. Which
I think complements this well. I just make it fancy.
I just make it fancy, and it's literal water drink pouch mix things. Like, please be serious. Fancy. Okay, girl, yes. Queen of fancy.
No, where is it? Yeah, leave me at home safe and sound. peach passion fruit lemonade. So it's got the passion fruit flavor in the Willie's. And then the peach mango, peach passion fruit. This together is a fucking vibe. So I know with this, it's going to be incredible.
My fancy
diva.
Honest,
it lasts me a lot longer than Rosie. True. I have a very high tolerance because I use THC medicinally. But you have no idea how much this is helping me because, I'm not going to be able to...
Medicinally. Right. Under what doctor's direction, girly? Under what doctor's direction? I'm just out of curiosity. Not to say, because yes, THC is often used medicinally. I just think that is her saying, it helps with these things, but I'm did a doctor direct you to do this? Probably not. Probably it does help her with pain and stuff that she's experiencing. But she's just go to an actual doctor and get advice on what to do about my various health-related problems that I claim I have, or chug a bottle of Willie's. I can see how it's much easier to just chug a bottle of Willie's, right? Sure.
To afford my re-up this month. So I'm going to do this tonight and then probably save the rest for emergencies. I have a little bit left of my other stuff in the refrigerator. But it's been a minute since I've used THC because I've been saving it. I want to say in the past week, I think I only used it once. But also, when Lee was here, my pain was a lot more mitigated.
Right.
Just because I had someone to help me when the flare-ups started to get kind of bad. I didn't have to keep doing everything by myself.
She's out here acting like she does a lot of things by herself on a regular basis, as if Levi doesn't run around doing shit for her all the time. She's so irrigating! Girl.
Yeah, that smells good.
Girl.
Now, I use a lot more. I basically just put some ice and I cover the ice. It's different.
That is Sandra Lee levels of 2 shots of vodka. Work, diva. Oh my god, listen, I'm such a THC lightweight. Anybody who's ever been around me in my real life, personal life, who's seen me under the influence of any kind of THC can tell you that would knock me on my ass. I don't even know how much that is, and that would absolutely knock me on my ass.
How sweet. Cheers from a longtime watcher. Celebrate today, tomorrow, and salute to yesterday from Court McGort. Oh, fun!
Court McGort. The old Court McGort. Oh, she's about to climax.
Is this what I think it is? Shut the fuck up. I literally just put I got some not glass, fancy looking glasses, ones Zachary shaped to replace the one that I broke. And a couple other ones. But I've had these on my list for a long time, I think. Or I don't know if these are the ones from my list or not. I think they are.
Oh, good.
They're wine glasses. If these are the ones from my...
That's what she...
If these are the ones from my wish list, then they're cool glasses.
I'm so thrilled that we've invested in such important things for Miss Rosie Lynn Reed. She needed this so bad.
What? Yeah, these are not glass. Yeah, these are not glass. Confirmed. And he left a note on the fridge.
Oh, wait, go back. What did that say?
And he left a note.
I can't wait to come back home, Rosie. Lovely. Oh, how romantic. So he's coming to move in because that's why he's calling this home. He's calling this home now. Your little home in the bird sanctuary.
On the fridge. Oh no, I want to. The pool is the pool's gonna be out of commission for a minute.
People trying to get her worked up about this pool again. People trying to get her worked up about this pool.
Honestly, I'll let you guys know when I get back in the pool. You'll know. I'll tell you.
We'll know.
I don't really want to talk about it, to be honest. Because I got over my sadness and frustration from just the not being able to do the pool live and be in the pool with him again before he left. Learned is that these powders don't dissolve great in the willies. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna do this to dissolve the powder in and then add the rest of the water. Peach passion fruit lemonade Dunkin' refresher packet. What was your favorite part?
Is she already making another drink? I'm confused.
This long visit with Lee. The little moments.
It's
I was actually just
little
talking
things.
about this.
Enjoy the
When I
little
would walk
things.
out of the bathroom to like go into my room when he was like working on his laptop or something, and I would stop or pause and look into the living room, and he would just be sitting there on his laptop, and he would look up at me and smile. Or like when I would walk into my room and he was sitting on my bed, and when we would just like sit together and just be like chilling on our phones and showing each other funny videos, being in the pool with him at night, the couple fun little dates that we went out on. Which
he was there for a month, nearly a month. She said a month, and they went on a couple little fun dates. Wow, he must have really enjoyed his time in Florida. Good for him. Listen, vacations look different to everybody. Sometimes you want to go on a vacation and just do nothing, but man, I guess that's not what he did either. Listen, I ain't never gonna go on a vacation where the end goal is for me to sit there and do somebody else's bidding. I can't believe. And he only got to go on a couple little dates outside of the house. Damn.
I can vlog those. Because those were like for us.
Right.
I did vlog a little bit yesterday. Not much, but we went on a fun little date to the bookstore and picked out books together. You'll hear more about that when that uploads pretty soon.
Pretty soon when? I can't imagine you're gonna skip ahead in some shit. When you allegedly have like 9 or 10 other vlogs that you haven't even posted yet from his time being there.
It's FaceTiming with the two of you. Yeah, that was so fun. That was so fun, Barry. We had so much fun when we were doing house projects together. Like the other night, I was like 2 o'clock in the morning. I was making the mac and cheese, and he was actually cataloging and price checking a box of Amiibos for my brother. So, because I'm gonna post them and help sell them for him and give the money to my brother because they're his. Lee did all of that, and then in return, Levi gave him all. I think he had actually 4 Metroid Amiibos, and I think he's talked about it in the past, but like Lee's kind of like a collector of Metroid stuff. He loves Metroid; it's his favorite video game of all time. And
So you not only had Lee doing work for you, you said do this work for Levi too. This man, he just said, I'm here to work actually. No vacation for me. I just want to work. I mean, I guess good for Levi. Is she gonna post those when she said she's gonna post and sell those Amiibos for him? She's doing that on her like community tab, or where is she selling that at? On the Facebook Marketplace? I feel like that's about to be a disaster regardless. I really do. I don't think that's gonna... I would hope people wouldn't fuck with her in that way, because, like, I think for all intents and purposes, people, aren't really wanting to mess with Levi. He seems kind of just like an innocent bystander in all of this. But it seems like it feels like there's probably room for that to be just a hot mess for her.
It's just, we both looked at each other at one point and we were both like, this is so fun. Like I was like watching something on my phone, he had his headphones in, we were just occasionally talking to each other and just like having a blast.
This is so fun, traveling all the way to Florida from Texas for us to just sit next to each other on our phones and just have a blast. So fun, Diva! Okay, she's just pouring that into there.
Ooh. Really happy from what we found out yesterday. Like I said, for multiple reasons I can't go into like detail, but we got some news yesterday that we, like, because I can't tell you guys what our long-term plans are, but we now know which, like, direction we're most likely to go in. There's still so much time that needs to pass. Things can change at the drop of a hat.
I was gonna say, didn't the last time she talked about this, she was saying that she hoped by their 2-year anniversary they might be living together? This all feels like allegedly, supposedly happening in the distant future.
But I just think having a little more certainty is helping both of us. Yeah, well, he's doing it for the family, right? Because, like, it's for all of us, but pool maintenance fees really add up. Like, I'd have to ask how much it is, but it's like in the hundreds a month. It's like a lot.
Wait, is she saying that Levi is selling these amiibos to help cover the costs of the pool? Because that's some bullshit. Listen, fuck healthcare. Fuck healthcare. Let's start then, I guess, talking about how you spent nearly $500 or something like that on an Amazon Prime sale. But you can't invest in helping take care of the pool that you use to make content? Like, that you use for your job? The fuck does Levi have to sell amiibos and stuff? Hopefully I'm just misunderstanding divas.
So, and that adds up a lot. And then of course, like, it's just raining a lot, and rain is a big factor, and like, it got really out of whack, and we've just been struggling to get it to be consistently good. So, I'm gonna get the knife work out of the way. People don't realize pool maintenance is expensive, and that's one of the things, that I was saying when I was frustrated about, just like that, just like this.
Then if you're so pissed off about it, start contributing. You freeloader. I'm sorry, she pisses me off so much. Sitting here, this is what I mean. It's like, yeah, poor folks, people who don't have money, etc., deserve to have nice things and things like that. But she'll sit here and complain about all the things that she doesn't have access to while living in her parents' house, while her brother's the only one working a actual, like, traditional job where he has to leave the house on a regular basis to go work it. And she's sitting over here complaining about how expensive it is to clean the pool that she uses to make her content. Just makes me want to throw something.
Just having one alone. Oh, okay. Oh, it's a little less than I thought. Oh, but it keeps going up. Okay, so $130 a month right now, but it keeps going up. Thanks, Dad. Appreciate all of you guys so much. By the way, I am keeping the option open of not doing a members live this week, depending on how I'm feeling.
Well, of course.
Because I might have more of a delayed reaction to all of this. Like I said earlier, this trip was much more about, like, living day-to-day life with each other than, like, going out and doing a bunch of stuff and, like,
sure,
all of that. And, like less vacation, more, like, practical. And also kind of gauging what life would be like because of, like, content, including members only. We delivered 11 lives together. I think one of them he was a lot less in, technically. Like, I think it was the public one on Friday. He came in at some point in all of the lives, and kind of, like, learning and gauging what that looks like.
That is such bullshit to me, though. Like, honestly, truly, I get and understand the idea of, like, this is my long distance partner. I want to experience what it's like to, like, truly live with them. You can do that and still go out and do things. I was saying, like, as somebody who lived with a partner, like, we still went out and about and did things and lived life, and that was, like, part of living together. Are you telling me you only want to experience what it's like to, like, never leave your house? 'Cause that I mean, I guess that is what her life is, pretty much, when he's not visiting. But what the fuck is the point of living with somebody if you're not, like, going out and enjoying life together and doing things together? That's so weirdly to me.
I think the reality's starting to set in a little.
Oh, no.
Anyway.
Oh, poor girl. Probably the reality's starting to set in because she has to chop her own onions. That's why it's setting in, divas.
Also, heads up, if he's texting me, I'm going to be texting back. If that's rude, I apologize. Considering the circumstances, I frankly don't care.
She said, I don't give a fuck. She probably spent so much time on subreddits doing recaps of Amberlynn Reid live streams, shitting on Amberlynn for just sitting there texting and ignoring her chat. And she said, you know what? I don't care. If y'all think that's rude, not my problem. She just loves to reheat Iberlin Reed's nachos. I'm obsessed.
So that's butter, salt. Here.
Heaven forbid we use the actual stove. No, we can't use the stove because we have to set our iPad on it and our camera on it. It just really doesn't make any sense to me. Did she splatter something on her iPad? Girl, this iPad is not gonna last, divas. It is not gonna last. Y'all make sure to ping me when it bites the dust and we'll have a little memorial service for it. Maybe, oh. What, now. I'm so sorry. I was gonna say something else completely, but that thought has already lost my mind. Because why did you just wipe down your iPad with this cloth and now you're wiping your face with it? What? What is going on? Diva.
Yeah, Mary Parm is just an incredible friend to me.
Right.
I'm very careful about what I share because bitches be crazy. I kind of want a little crunch. So I cooked up to this point with the Worcestershire. They're gonna still have a little texture to them. No, I'm never using a piercing gun again. In fact, if I ever do get an ear piercing, I'm going to go to an actual piercer and do it the right way.
Should I get something pierced, you guys? I've been thinking about it.
And see if that helps the issues that I had, because I think that's a big factor. I just don't know if I want to willingly. That's the other thing about why I'm like I'd like to get a nose ring, but like I think about the process of like actually putting a fucking hole in my body with all the like chronic stuff.
Now, did you see what she just did? Something dropped on her dress or whatever, and she went and then threw it on the stove in front of her. She needs Lee there so bad to help her clean up after herself.
I deal with, and like the inflammation issues. Actually, we're not going there. We're not talking about those details. Actually, on my channel, like new developing information. If I ever get to that point, y'all ain't gonna know shit. But I'm not talking about the details of all that. But with those types of issues that I deal with, and I'll talk about those issues like in a generality sense, but like
I'm not gonna talk about my health, but I am gonna continuously come on here and talk about my health and my pain flare-ups and everything like that.
When it comes to specifics, like I'm done doing that on the internet, like on
YouTube,
at least for a long time. Until like a lot of things have already happened and changed.
Sure.
Because I'm not doing that in process of anything. Whatever the topic is.
Sure.
I'm over it.
She's never gonna do it. She's never gonna do it. I'm not gonna. All she does is eat and talk about her health. Let's just be so honest about that. Well, let me correct myself. Eat, talk about her health, talk about her boyfriend. Those are the topics. Those are the topics on the. Wait. Let me correct myself again. Eat, talk about her health, talk about her boyfriend, open up things that she either bought for herself or people on the internet bought for her. There you go. There you go.
I'm over with how I'm treated. And I'm not even just talking about like my haters specifically or that community or any of it. I'm actually specifically talking about the internet. Like I'm seeing it on TikTok, like the amount of that which like ableism is being not only normalized nowadays but like encouraged in so many horrific situations. It's like baffling, and it's been a problem for a long time, but it's so much worse right now for reasons that are real deep and I don't want to get into.
The problem is that yes, ableism is an issue. The problem is that not everything that you bring up is ableism. Okay, Diva? That's the real crux of the issue here. Like, yes, we need to address ableism, But first, you should focus on the actual diagnoses you have and stop blaming everything that you can't do in your life on things that are self-determined, like your self-determined autism diagnosis that you yourself in a video said. You yourself in a video said that the medical clinician who evaluated you said you did not meet the criteria for. Okay, Diva? So it's just like, those are my, at least when she's talking about me, that's where I'm coming from. Okay? Those are the things that, like, piss me off about her talking about disability and stuff like that. And then you, like, also want to claim this self-determined autism diagnosis, but then you speak so poorly. You want to talk about ableism and how people are just so comfortable being ableist, then let's talk about the way you talked about that waiter. like I know you don't want to talk about that, but it's just like, girl, the call is coming from inside the house, Diva.
Like, it's just horrible to watch, and I hate it here, and there are people who have really, really serious issues, and like disabilities and things,
for sure,
and symptoms. When they come online to talk about it, people just dogpile on them, and it's insane. Like, it's just heartbreaking to watch, and yeah, it's something that's been on my mind. Other piercings can be tricky if you don't know how your body heals exactly, and it just
that straw in that cup is so funny to me. It's so comical.
Literally voluntarily opening a wound on me. It seems like a bad idea.
Yeah.
In my gut, in my spirit, in my soul.
Ooh, in your gut.
You know? Like, I'd rather get a tattoo, because I feel like the aftercare is shorter term for a tattoo than a piercing.
Spoiler alert, as somebody who has many tattoos, tattoos are also opening up a wound on your body. It's quite literally one big wound on your skin. That's actually exactly what it is.
For most people, you know, in terms of like, for like a week or so, it's a sensitive area, and depending on the placement, you can manage it better. If you say you struggle with something, people online immediately want to disprove whatever it is. Yeah, like, what the fuck happened to empathy? That's what I'm saying, man. I'm saying, I know tattoos are tattoos are considered like an open wound too, right? Like, I get that, but I feel like piercings take a lot longer to heal, right? Yeah.
Right. I mean, I think it's the same kind of thing. It depends on where on your body it's placed, how it was done, how well you're taking care of it, if you're following all the directions. I mean, at the end of the day, they're both open wounds on your body. I don't understand what the discourse is here. I don't. Oh, I got a hair in my mouth.
So, like I said, it's probably because so many people fake things online that it makes it hard to believe. That is something that does not happen as much as people say it does.
It happens with you, Diva. It happens with you, and I will stand on that specifically when it comes to your autism diagnosis. Like, I've officially had it. I've officially had it ever since that. I've had it before you did that waiter monologue, rant, whatever, but I've really, really fucking had it with it since then. So, girl, specifically with you, specifically about you, I do think that people question people all the time in ways that they shouldn't. But specifically with you, there is actual words from your own mouth that say that you don't have this thing that you keep telling everybody you have.
That is just something a lot of people say about people they don't fucking like. Because unless you're a fucking doctor and you have tangible proof that someone is faking anything, I just don't believe that people are more apt to fake than not. It's crazy to me. There needs to be, like, evidence, a pattern of behavior.
Well, the evidence and the pattern of behavior is you vlogging your experience, getting evaluated for autism, and coming back onto camera and saying, the clinician told me that I didn't meet the criteria for it.
Things that prove that. I think it's so disgusting to tell people that you don't know and that you don't know everything about because you can't know even close to everything off of social media. For you to tell them that they're faking something that they're really dealing with. Yeah, like medical problems, illnesses, and shit. I think it is some of the most deplorable, disgusting behavior unless there's like legitimate evidence. Not just speculation, not just theorizing. And honestly, I mean that outside of myself in my internet world.
Oh, sure.
I really do.
Sure. She's not just talking about herself. Well, hopefully she is talking about somebody else because, again, when it comes to autism, all of those things that she's requesting, proof, pattern of behavior, etc., those all do exist.
That behavior is atrocious because it is just so much easier to be kind. Mm-hmm. It just is.
It just is.
It's so much better to the world.
I do agree, and that's why I generally, over here on the Zachary Michael channel, if you're new here, or if you've been here for a long time, you probably do know this, but if you're new, I guess maybe not. But like, unpopular opinion in this neck of the woods, but I generally do tend to just like believe whatever these girls say, because it's like, unless I have proof otherwise, then it's like, what do I fucking know? She's right, I'm not a doctor. But in this case, when it comes to her autism diagnosis, we do know from her own mouth. So in that case, I'm not gonna shut the fuck up about that.
Exactly, a lot of pain is invisible. That pain can't see injury, but it can be there. Yeah. And not as many people are faking as people claim that they are. Obviously, fakers exist. That's when you block and don't engage and don't feed their mental illness by the attention. That's my opinion on it. Yeah, the big thing with that, Lavina Loca said,
I wish therapy worked for me. I like going and talking, but it never seems to help.
Is the relationship with the therapist themselves is very important. Sometimes it is important to just find the right connection, and if you don't know how to therapist shop, meaning like be able to like do the research ahead of time, and sometimes you just have to join certain people's wait lists and try to
I just already know that people are probably irritated with the language she used there, but I fear if she worded that better, it wouldn't sound as crazy, because what she really should be saying is like, you do have to find a good fit, and you also have to, know what you're looking for, right? Like, if you're looking to resolve certain problems, then you need to know what kind of therapist might be able to do that. You need to know, like, what style of therapy those therapists use, because there's all kinds of things for all kinds of different problems, right? But the way she's wording it, I think, like, people are gonna pick up on, like, the concept of, like, doctor shopping. I think ultimately, in any of those cases, doctor shopping, therapist shopping, whatever, you do need to, like, take the time to find the doctor that's going to work with you and meet you where you are and, like, where you're coming from. And I don't think any of those things are inherently bad. I think what could be bad for a person like Rosie is just going from place to place to place until she feels like she's going to get them to say what she wants. And that's, I think, the concern that people have with that kind of language. But I think in general, the concept of, finding somebody who's equipped to work with you is not a bad thing. You know what I'm saying?
See other people in the meantime, because for me at least, when I had this very effective, helpful, healthy relationship with my trauma specialist, where she never shared personal stuff about herself. She was extremely well educated. She was a hobbyist researcher when it came to psychology as well. She was extremely up to date on all the recent trauma stuff, and she and I did the work that I feel like I've
Just to be clear, I don't know that any therapist should be sharing personal stuff about themselves in a therapy appointment with you. If that's the case, I would say absolutely find a better therapist.
And bring great fruition over many years, because I started with her in 2017, and a lot of the techniques and things that I have learned from her are the things that have changed my life so much for the better, versus who I used to be and how reckless I used to be and a lot of other aspects of myself. So I would say that like, it's not about therapy working for you, it's like how you work therapy, really. And that's something that took me many, many years, because the thing is, at first it feels fruitless and all of that, but, you know, doing the work for a while, taking a break and revisiting and, like, giving yourself time to live life is also, like, a really important part of, like, long-term, long-term effects.
All right, let's wrap up the therapy talk, Rosie, because you keep saying you've done all this work. And I don't know, maybe you truly, genuinely are better, but if you are, it's not change that you're showing on your YouTube channel.
I use Psychology Today to therapy shop, yeah, because it gives you a lot of information, and then you still have to, like, write down the number and, like, call. And for me, I have like a short list of questions that I ask. Because
also just to be so real, so honest, are there people who genuinely want Rosie's advice and recommendations on, like, therapy and finding a therapist?
It's not clear by their profile. So, like, because some people have profiles that are not very filled out, but I take a lot of different things into factor. That's basically tailored to, like, my trauma and trauma responses that I find to be the most effective from what I've learned over the years. And Psychology Today is like basically everyone's on Psychology Today, like, if you're a therapist. And then you kind of differentiate that and then find out things about if they accept your insurance, things like that, by contacting them. And
also, she's not even, as somebody who's utilized Psychology Today to find pretty much all of my therapists in recent history, she's not even really giving a good explanation of, like, the easiest way. Like, you can literally filter by, like, insurance companies. So her saying, like, oh, and then you still got to find out if they take your insurance. No. Like there are tools to filter based on things that you need that can whittle it down so you're not spending hours upon hours looking through every single, like, this is she's right, like, and just like, ooh, there's better ways. There's better ways, Rosie. There's better ways. This is why y'all don't need to be taking any advice on this kind of stuff from Rosie Lynn Reed.
The hardest part is knowing what kind of help you need. Yeah, I always allot the first, like, 6 therapy sessions to what I call, like the breakdown process. Like, let me just tell you all the stories real quick, and let me talk for a bit, and then we'll get into the background get into the work, because there's just a lot of medical history and experiences and stuff that they need to know.
Exhausting.
Oh, I wanna do Dollar Tree stuff.
Oh God.
Something I've been thinking about.
Perfect. Yeah. Let's do Dollar Tree stuff. Actually, honestly, y'all know I love a Dollar Tree haul, or love watching a Dollar Tree haul. But yeah, let's go to the Dollar Tree. Let's start making content about the bullshit we buy at Dollar Tree that we don't need, and then we'll still complain about not being able to afford to keep the pool clean. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that.
Yes, I believe in Helen Keller.
That wasn't the question. Okay, the question that popped up said, Rosie, what are your thoughts on Helen Keller? And she said, yes, I believe in Helen Keller. Nobody asked you if you believed in Helen Keller. What?
Functioning brain cells? I believe in Helen Keller. I have some functioning brain cells. The absolute fuck? No.
I don't think you do have functioning brain cells, because that's not what they asked. I mean, it is, like, clearly a trolley question, or just, like, a weird question, for sure, but you're not even understanding. Nobody asked if you believed she was real.
Debate? I'm not in the debate mood.
She's
a real person. Of course I believe that she exists. I made bacon this morning, and this is what's left over. We had bacon egg sandwiches. I just cooked up these onions. Wolf brand chili.
Hell yeah.
I will in the future. I'm not tonight.
Oh. She's gonna start saying, ugh, it's hitting me that Remy is gone because she can't open this on her own. I miss Remy. I miss Remy.
Let's try this.
Oh.
Look, I love my press-ons. Oh, now you're gonna cooperate? Okay, I see how it is.
Diva.
This is a really ineffectual way of doing this, but here we are.
Yeah.
Like I said, when you heat it up, it's really good, but the visual is unpleasant right now.
It's giving dog barf, yeah.
So. Ooh.
I'm so fascinated by her need to smell everything, like food and drink wise.
Thank you, Ruby.
Rose, honest to God, you look like you're slimming down and you look good.
I just don't, as on either side, I'm not really planning to talk about weight loss for a very long time.
Okay.
On either side.
What does that mean on either side? Gaining or losing?
You guys may see things and draw conclusions based on visuals and actions and changes, but as far as speaking on it, I'm good.
I'm currently not drawing any conclusions. You just set out 4 hot dog buns to make some chili mac hot dogs. I'm currently not drawing any conclusions, Diva.
With the internet, I want to succeed way more than I want attention. So my long-term plans are my long-term plans, and that's really that.
Uh-huh.
That's how I feel
Okay.
at this point. So I want this to be a pleasure to eat, not a hindrance. Oh shit! You should have been chili first. Yeah. If you can get Wolf City chili, it's delicious. Okay, so now I'm gonna put that back on.
Sure.
I'm gonna put the onion under the cheese.
Okay.
Levi's gonna eat it, so I'll take a couple of those.
Oh, so some of these are for Levi.
On this unused side, I'm gonna just microwave this really fast. Let's see, it'd be cool if I could do these on one with both. Oh no, this is just gonna be one hot dog. Okay. Yeah, this is enough for one dog.
Okay.
In my opinion.
Oh God. Oh God. She definitely could have split some of that cheese up onto the other hot dogs too if she really wanted to.
For expectations. That's how we're gonna cope with this situation.
Also, it's dawning on me. She said that Levi was gonna eat some of these, and she's just going in there with her fucking hands, putting the reheated macaroni and cheese, the onions, the bacon. I mean, I'm sure Levi's probably used to whatever the bacteria like biome that's going on her unwashed hands is. I'm sure his gut is used to it at this point, but damn.
Enough, because I want to maintain, at least for as long as possible, I want to maintain the good habits I pick up when I'm around him. And we basically were together for a whole month, so if I kind of maintain these things that now feel second nature.
What do you mean maintain the good habits? He was the one doing everything.
That's great, because I've been working on that too. Because getting it to a certain level, I want to maintain it here as long as humanly possible, which means I need to be on top of just like cleaning as I go. And that's very difficult when on high pain days. Certain situations where I'm like, I have to go lay down or I'm gonna go into a massive pain flare, you know. But if I do it as I go along and take my time.
Sure.
Y'all, this is about to fucking smack. I'm probably gonna eat it with utensils to like keep it classy. These look stupid good, dude. These look stupid good.
She doesn't make feeder content. She doesn't make feeder adjacent content. But dude, these look so good. She's gonna keep it classy and eat with a fork. That's what keeps it from being feeder content. That's wild.
Bruh.
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 Bruh. Bruh.
Bro.
Bruh.
R-O. B-R-U-H.
Bruh. Is she gonna show us a cross section?
Just gonna.
Sure. Don't even put it on a plate, Diva. Keep it classy. Eat it right off of the baking sheet. Let the crumbs fall on your titties. Why not? Keep it classy. Keep it classy. Hell yeah.
Oh, these are gonna be.
Which, like, to be fair, is there a classy way to eat a chili cheese dog? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. But why bother with the utensils when you're not even gonna bother taking it off the baking sheet that you made it on?
Lethal.
Lethal to what? Your toilet?
So he meant to get himself a Baja Blast, but he accidentally grabbed zero sugar, so yay for me.
Girl! Why are we using our teeth to open that bottle? We need Remy back stat. We need Remy back so bad. Her teeth. Why are we doing this? Oh.
The other night we got Chinese food on one of my not cooking days, and he went to the gas station and got us some sodas because we were out basically. Okay.
You were out of sodas? You had like multiple 12 packs of soda.
I know I shouldn't do that. I know. Bad for my teeth. I know.
I know. Get in there, Diva.
Oh wow.
Oh wow.
I like that. That's really good. Wow. Oh my! Shut the fuck up.
She got chili all over her face. Keeps dropping things into her chest. She's keeping it classy, y'all. She said it. She said, one thing about me is I eat in a classy way. Oh, and now she's adding sour cream.
A little bit of sour cream. And a dollop.
Do a dollop. Do a dollop. As if she didn't have enough dairy on there, you know?
Yum.
I also want to remind y'all that once upon a time she said she doesn't moan when she eats food. She doesn't do that. That's not a thing that Rosie does. She doesn't moan when she eats food on camera.
My favorite way is a little mustard. Wow.
Oh, we're putting the hand. We're back to caring about if this looks like theater content or not. So we're putting our hand in front of our face. Right.
I don't do mukbangs. I have eat with me moments in my cooking streams. To me, mukbangs are a very specific outlier. And well, not outlier. They have a specific outline.
Can somebody pull up the clip of her explaining what a mukbang was in relation to Xiomara in the Paradise documentary?
Especially like Americanized mukbangs are like their own thing and have their own connotations, and that's not what I do.
She does eat with me's. It's very different. I'm sure you can understand.
I don't know if my arms can handle the dishes tonight. I just discovered how fibromyalgia can impact people's hands.
I didn't know you had fibromyalgia, girl. Was she not just saying she knows it's going to be hard work, but she just has to stay on top of doing dishes as she goes, and now she's already like, I don't know if I'm going to do the dishes tonight.
And it just really confirms to me that I have fibro. You know, I mean, I already, like, quote-unquote, know.
Girl, no. Girl, no, you don't know. You don't know. You've in fact said many times you don't know if you do because you couldn't afford to go finish getting the diagnosis. But listen, you probably saw it on a TikTok, so I guess that means you have it.
It's great mango.
After, also, mind you, after those 2 huge-ass chili dogs, we're still eating some mango. Okay, work. Listen, to each to their own. Let me not watch what she's eating. Live her truth. She's got a plan, and she's on it.
I can do the dishes. I might not hand wash anything tonight, but I can possibly run the dishwasher, actually. It was just really nice having someone to help do the dishes.
Oh, we know.
Well, he did them a lot of the times. I did them a few times.
Sure.
But having someone to help share a lot of the household tasks with.
Cher's doing a lot of heavy lifting there, just like Remy was.
It was just really nice. Or like just tag teaming stuff, like a couple of the small parts of a task that are harder for me, he would do and I would do the rest. Like,
right.
There was a lot of that because I didn't want him just like cleaning 24/7. You know, like that wasn't really the goal or the vibe. It was just like he had a limited amount of time, and he was also helping with bigger projects.
That's not really what you said. At one point, you said that the goal of him coming was for him to help with cleaning around your house. You said that. That is actually something that you said in a live stream, Diva.
I really appreciated that, you know. I could get someone, I just won't settle. Amanda. I did that for years. T. I love the self-assurance and confidence in yourself because that, in this society especially, that does take some strength. Because it's hard to choose that every day. Sometimes it gets so lonely. I know exactly what that's like.
Sure.
I didn't settle and look who I got.
And what a treasure. What a treasure. A lapdog who comes and does everything for you at your beck and call. You're right. You're right, Diva. Good for you for not settling.
I have an incredible partner. And when I was single, I would say all the time that I would rather be single and die alone than be with someone where it was mediocre or not the
mediocre.
one. I did definitely try dating, and I met some people that I wanted to kind of make the one.
Is that just water from attempting to do the dishes all down the front of her dress?
It all didn't fall through because I kept prioritizing what I'm worth.
Right. Oh my God.
My partner that gives me the princess treatment and who is just my yin to my yang.
My yin to my yang.
Future plans until they're happening or have already happened. If we wait, our person will find us.
Yeah. Sure.
I'm not gonna cry. I'm not. I'm just happy. I'm content with, for the first time in my life, no, I'm gonna cry. For the first time in my life, I can really see my future and believe it. At the same time.
That's deep.
I will say, I'm still fucked up in a lot of ways.
Well, yes.
But when it comes to my relationships, I've come a very long way. Remember you saying he's helping you find your style? Yeah, absolutely. And I think it's two things, right? I think being in a relationship that does give me this external motivation to want to look nicer and put more effort in a way that I have.
Can somebody help me understand what style she's found? She dresses the exact same way that she's been dressing the exact same way. I don't understand.
I haven't in a long time. And not because I didn't think it's not because it wasn't I was thinking, I didn't deserve it when I was single and now I do. It was more he pours so much love and affirmation into me, but it really rewires my brain in a way where I default to these happier thoughts now. It really helps rewire that self-talk narrative in my head.
Okay.
And then has this positive effect, like this cylindrical effect.
Cylindrical.
I'm too stoned to think of words.
Cylindrical, right.
But it just helps kind of create this positive cycle.
It's cylindrical.
Where I feel like, the small things like the press-on nails, just having those on help me want to do other things to upkeep my appearance and put more effort into the way that I look and help kind of combat those aspects of my depression symptoms and other stuff, And, because, I'm pretty good at, trying every day and that kind of self-care, but
sure.
Unless I'm really struggling with pain, obviously, but I just kind of write off the extras, or I had written off the extras most of the time, unless I was just randomly getting dressed up. But
I'm just so confused because she's been putting on press-on nails. She's acted like he's made all of these significant changes, but Diva, she was putting on press-on nails. I remember it being a part of her trip to Vegas, which maybe in that moment Vegas was the intrinsic motivation and knowing she was going to be on TV and stuff like that. But this is not brand new. She's acting like he's just inspired all of this new behavior from her. I'm I don't think he has.
I've kind of developed certain habits, remembering to put on necklaces, putting on accessories, wearing more accessories. Today, I was going to come on live in, pajamas and just be shut up, because, I was sad. But I kind of pushed myself to, pick out an outfit, do the whole thing. I didn't bother doing makeup or anything crazy. I didn't even do my hair. I just put some dry shampoo in it.
Right. Well, yes, again, to that extent, that's what you've been doing. That's what you've been doing. And you were doing that in Texas, too.
But your cleaning is impressive, not being rude. I know you do, but keep it up. Thank you, Amanda. That's the thing. I've been living with him for 30 days, so I took advantage of that by developing habits while he was here to kind of help
you took advantage of it, all right.
Force them, and I want to try to maintain it. I'm really bad at that. I'm my entire life. It is not easy. So, sometimes I experience executive dysfunction. That's why I do things between that and my short-term memory issues. I try to you hear me talk out loud. I need to do this. I need to do this. I need to do this. So I don't forget while I'm walking around, going from task to task. Because I will. If I say it out loud, it helps kind of reestablish the memory. Of course, I'm bummed that he's not here. I'm sad, but I'm trying to focus on the future. I'm having a hard day.
Oh, okay. Oh, we made it to tummy time. I'm gonna take a brief break to 1, make sure that first half saves, and 2, so I can go to the bathroom. I'll be right back.
And I literally said today's canceled, and then I rescheduled my day. It is true because I felt like I was in the clear. I felt like I was in the clear when it came to having to react to her, and then she did it. She went and posted anyways. Hi everyone. I am happy to be here despite my general appearance.
Sure.
I didn't sleep. I didn't sleep last night, and then I napped, and I'm I feel better. Oh, also. Okay, listen. So,
not this, Diva.
Okay, so when my boyfriend ordered those gloves that he came on on the first live, I think he wore them a couple times. He ordered these first, and they were one size too big. So he brought them with him, and I forgot to wear them while he was here because they were just chilling in his suitcase until a day or two before he left.
Goofy.
And so we have matching fingerless leather gloves.
Goofy.
And I put the...
Well, let's also be clear that that's probably not real leather, but goofy.
I put them on before the live because it made me smile. So we are doing fingerless glove tummy time today. That's the vibes. Tummy time vibes. Because, yeah, I'm chilling in bed. To me, that means that we're doing a live in my bedroom. That's what I did it. I said last time I did this live, next time I was going to do it, I was going to put tummy time in the title. And that's exactly what I did. This live's honestly probably going to only be about an hour.
This live stream title inspired by Zachary Marie. Thank you. Or
so, because I surprised my boyfriend with a grocery order of just a few things. And I want to hop off whenever it arrives and talk to him. So we talked a lot today.
Sure.
And he's currently building his Magic the Gathering deck because I think he's gonna start like actually playing.
Oh, work.
I realized because he just got home yesterday. So
my Magic the Gathering lore. I've told this before at different points on social media, but if you're new or you never heard this story, my Magic the Gathering lore is that when I was an RA in college, there was an RA on my team, on my staff that worked with me. And I just thought he was so cute, and I was so smitten with him, and he really loved playing Magic the Gathering, and I said, "Oh, will you teach me?" And so I learned how to play Magic the Gathering for him. But yeah, he was not interested. He was not interested in the old Zachary Marie. But I did learn how to play Magic the Gathering. Don't know if I could play it today if you forced me to, but...
Didn't have much, so I just got him a few essentials. So he has a few extra days before he needs to do like his big grocery shop because he wasn't there for like a month, you know? Man does so fucking much for me. I was sitting there thinking about what I could do.
She yelled so loudly. Also, remember how she does a lot for him, but just never tells us because his life is more private like that. But now she's actually telling us about something she did for him.
For him, since it's like, you know, this is our first full day apart since he's been here. And we hung out a little bit this morning. Or, well, actually, I napped for a portion of it. So
we hung out.
We were on call for a good bit today, not too long.
We hung out for a bit today. I was napping while he was in a Discord call. Sure, yeah, that's hanging out for sure.
And we hopped off to kind of do our own things for a bit. With those gloves, you're a badass burrito. Thank you, Thiago.
Hey.
I'm also in a blanket fort hiding from my pain flares. Stupid pain. Yeah, I'm in a lot of fucking pain. So I just decided to at least do a little something and say hi.
Sure.
So I'm probably not gonna wear them like all the time, right? But like it might be something to do occasionally, especially like if we're like dressing up for something just to be fun, you know? It's just fun and cutesy, you know?
Dressing up for something for fun. Yeah. Also, you can't wear them all the time because you gotta put your hands in all of the food that you're making at any given moment.
Yeah, I wanna do like a full dress up, like we call it like Rocker Rosie. Can you just go away there? I'm not dealing with assholes. No willies today.
No willies today, but you're having pain flares? Is that not what you said you were saving it for because you use it medicinally? Make it make sense, Divas. Make it make sense.
I'm gonna make it last. No, I'm just exhausted and in pain, and I'm...
Doesn't it seem like... And listen, maybe she uses it medicinally for something else. Sorry that the sirens are happening. I hope everybody's okay. Maybe she uses it medicinally for something else, but it feels like what I know people use... I mean, I suppose there's more than one use for it, but like, I would think that she would want to use that for her pain, right? Like, that should help alleviate some of that. This is why I don't understand her. She got toasted last night, seemingly not in pain, up until she tried to do the dishes, and I can't do them. I don't get it.
Trying to not actually drink the willies today because I want to make it last. Because I'm probably not going to be able to like get more THC product for about a month. I have maybe in total 6 doses worth on hand. So I gotta make it last. I gotta really save it. If I really struggle in the next couple days, I might use it because I'm in pretty high pain right now. But I'm not trying to like, you know, ask for money for that kind of stuff, Chris. Or Crystal. I'm not.
I'm not trying to ask. But if you want. How do we get you more girly? Also, Chris, just use common sense. She's got that P.O. box listed down below. Just buy her some and have it shipped to her P.O. box, Diva.
You guys don't have to worry about that. I'm very privileged and I'm good. I've got food and shelter. I can make do. Rosie, I'm surprised you feel comfortable laying on your stomach. I can't even get on my back for 5 minutes. Plus, my back is an immediate spasm. Yeah, I've been laying like this since I was a child. In my bed.
Tummy time. This is what I'm talking about. The old tummy time.
I have what I call Pillow Mountain. I I have about 8 to 10 pillows.
The old reheating Amberlynn's nachos. It never stops. It never stops.
And with my body shape and all of that, it's really comfortable for me. Sometimes, if I do it for too long, it can hurt my shoulders a little bit. But I have a certain position I like to lay in on my side that helps alleviate that. Right. So I kind of just like, I try not to stay in one spot for too long unless like, I get distracted or whatever. Like I try to kind of switch it up. It's a joke. Like it started when someone said it in a comment in a live stream, and I think it's hilarious.
It started when Zachary Michael called it tummy time on their channel. That's when it started, Diva. Somebody in your chat tried to tell you it was me, but since you have my name filtered, which is fine, you're allowed to, but since you have my name filtered, they had to just call me Z, and then you thought that they were talking about Ziomara, who actually doesn't have a Z in her name at all, and and because of that, it went right over your head that they were trying to say that it started because of me.
Not that fucking serious. I'm not asking for money. I mean, I guess your brain's broken or your hearing's broken. You're
not asking for money, but you're sad fishing. You are sad fishing, Diva. That's what we do on the Rosie Marie channel.
So something really interesting happened yesterday, and I thought I'd share it. I also just got permission that I can talk about it, or not permission, but I just checked to make sure it was cool. I had a really, really interesting long conversation with someone privately. Her name is Sumi Sucks on Instagram, and she's someone
We had this really long conversation privately, but here's her Instagram handle, because I got permission to share.
After the doc, went to Stefan's house, which I have a lot of opinions about, and I told her all of those opinions. And I had a conversation with her, a lot about feudalism and different stuff, last night, because she's like an active model. And she is affiliated with Stefan, which I told her exactly how I feel about that.
Right. Make sure to tell her exactly how you feel about that after you literally got into a panel with him so that you could talk to him to try to clear your name with him.
But in that conversation, something I haven't talked about publicly is I want to say probably a few weeks ago, someone texted me and informed me that Stefan took my quote from the trailer.
Somebody texted her. She definitely wasn't looking at subreddits. She definitely wasn't looking at reaction channels.
Made merch into it and has been selling it for weeks now. And so I told her privately how I felt about that, because I kept that to myself, because I don't want drama. I don't want to engage with the Paradise people at all. Like him and the people that have been that were attacking me and stuff in his community. But I told her exactly how I felt, and I told her some of the things that were cut out about why I think that's so heinous and fucked up and evil to take a quote about me talking about my own trauma and monetize it when I didn't even do that. I think that is diabolical.
I think Stefan was out of pocket trying to monetize anything about that documentary, let alone Rosie's quote. I did see that he had put it on a t-shirt or something. But yeah, Rosie, we all think Stefan's trash. That's why none of us got into fucking live streams with him and tried to have civil conversations with a fucking predator, Diva. Yeah, he's trash. He's trash. He's diabolical.
Actually, and disgusting. And I told her all of that plus a lot more. And within an hour, she got him to basically pull the merch from his store.
Oh,
and,
great.
Because he didn't use my face. He used a random figurine of a plus-size woman. I guess he's planning to address that at some point. I don't care. I'm not watching. I'm not affiliated.
Oh, sure.
My opinion of him doesn't
She's not watching. She absolutely won't watch you all. She's not.
Change. But I didn't want to address it while it was still available for purchase. But I'm just really glad that I don't know Sumi super well. I'm just glad I was able to have a productive conversation and that she was able to, that she cared enough to do that and help me in that manner. And
sure.
I felt like we had a very open, honest conversation about stuff she's currently involved in and things that I used to be involved in and stuff. And so I just wanted to take a moment to address that and appreciate that, because she didn't have to do that. She reached out to me to ask me about something else. But it came up in conversation, and she was shocked, and she had no context when she, when that merch was created and all of that. And I have opinions about.
I just don't understand why Rosie just stays so chronically online in these conversations. I mean, something I don't think talked about in my Rosie coverage this week is that she's was fully in another Paradise live stream chat. I forget who shared that. I saw it on Twitter. She fully was in a chat and in a live stream of Stefan's, of the Paradise account, yapping. Why is she sitting here talking to these girlies that are still involved in the Paradise house? What is her need to stay involved in this? Your boyfriend was with you for a month, your long distance boyfriend, and this is how you're spending your time.
Stefan's ignorance. But I don't want to get into beef in an argument, and I'm done with all of that shit. I'm done. I'm over it. And, I have a lot of feelings about how everything has happened and gone down, and I haven't been talking about, really any of that stuff publicly since, the immediate fallout of
It's probably for the best. It's probably for the best because every part of you being involved with that documentary, from being in the actual documentary to the way that you talked about it on the internet, was a mess. I want to go back to the time where we weren't talking about it.
Docuseries coming out and stuff. And I plan to keep it that way, but I just wanted to touch on that since I'm live.
Please keep it that way.
Yeah. So
please, we don't need you to continue making that shit about you when it was about you for all of 2 seconds.
It was a lot of the chat. I think I have nothing nice to say about Stefan.
We know.
I'm just really grateful that this person who has opinions and beliefs and does things that I don't agree with, and I've told her so directly, was able to just kind of see me for who I am and have an honest.
I don't know anything about this woman, and for all we know, she could also be a victim of Stefan's, or being manipulated by Stefan in some kind of way. We really don't know, but it is not surprising to me that Rosie is wording things here in a way that she's participating in so many things that I don't agree with, and that I just disagree with her about a lot of stuff, but I'm so glad we could have a conversation. As if that's not the same logic in her head that led her to having conversations with Stefan on a live stream panel to begin with. You know what I'm saying? She's oh, I can absolutely have a conversation with this person that is doing things that I really, really disagree with. I don't know. Also, without knowing more about what their conversation looks like maybe it isn't that big of a deal. But it is just kind of echoing a little bit some of her logic and reasoning surrounding getting into a live stream panel with Stefan. It feels like she really hasn't learned a lot from that situation.
Productive conversation, and I feel like she and I it didn't have me on it. It was my quote. They don't tell you the price that you pay. He made a t-shirt with that. Also, they made it a sound on their soundboard for some internet venture that I'm not mentioning because fuck that. I'm not even clicking on it. I'm not even searching it. I don't want it to touch my algorithm. I'm
not searching it. I'm not clicking on it. Girl, how do you know about it then? I don't want it to touch my algorithm. How do you know about it then? How do you know? How do you know it exists then, baby?
But they had a soundboard and they used my voice for that, and I found that out last night.
Oh, sure.
And she told me that up front after I told her what I said, and she got that removed as well. So, interestingly enough, she was one of the people that bought it, and she was mortified. So, I still make fun of me and talk about me. He recently tried to use something I say to demonize someone else when I was talking about shit.
Again, if you're not engaging with this, Rosie, how do you know all of this? Listen, I would much rather her just say that she's watching it at this point, because that's what she's doing. That's what she's doing, if you want to watch it. You want to respond to it. Do I think that that's the best course of action? Probably not, but that's clearly what you want to do, so just do it. Just do it. It's so silly that we're sitting here acting like, you're not actively seeking it out and stuff like that.
That I probably just shouldn't have said anything about, but it had nothing to do with him, and he's creating more. I made such a massive mistake by speaking to him when I did. It was such a big mistake, and I had no idea how big of the ramifications would be.
Who could have predicted what a mistake that would be? Just about probably everybody with like a lick of common sense in their brain.
And I know I've already apologized, and I know I've already said I regret it, but yeah, he's heard me talking about my trauma. Because by the way, when I talked to him, I told him that. So he can feign ignorance all he wants, and he can continue to gaslight and do whatever. But he knows. He knew. He knew what he was doing. And I just appreciate her for respecting my trauma a lot. Because I stayed quiet about it because I didn't want to bring attention to it. It was so fucked up.
And what part did you stay quiet about your trauma? There were multiple times during the run of that documentary, like waiting for it to premiere, it premiering, etc., that you made that documentary about your trauma when it was never intended to be about your trauma. Please shut the fuck up. Like, for real.
I was like, I think that's like kind of in poor taste. You know? Like, it was my own words, my own trauma. Like, I could have turned that into merch, and I didn't. It was a meme. I could have made a good amount of money off of doing that if I jumped on it and did all that, and I didn't. Because that wasn't the fucking point. And it wasn't about that. Like, these are real victims. Like,
oh, okay. Say that louder then. Say that louder, because how many times did you make it about your trauma? How you want to sit here and talk about, like, listen, do I think Stefan should have, put that quote on merch and things like that? No, I don't. I think he's absolutely weirdly for that. But let's not act like Rosie didn't think that all of these women's trauma surrounding what happens at the Paradise House wasn't going to be some kind of, like, big business opportunity for her. Like, let's just be so clear about that. Because Miss Ma'am literally, when she went to Las Vegas, referred to it as a business opportunity. The very first day the trailer came out, started talking about, like, how she was going to be on mainstream media, like, on TV, this, that, the other. The whole time she centered herself in that. And she's trying to act like, she would have never centered her trauma. She would have never done that, because that's not what it was about. Girl, all you did was center yourself and your trauma in that situation. Please be so fucking serious. Okay, girl.
Anyway, I need to move on from the topic, but
please.
I'm motivating you to read more, Crystal. Good. I hope you do. I'm trying to motivate myself to read more. And one of the things I want to do is, I'll explain it in the vlog, but some of the books, one of the books I got, I want to read it, but I want to read it out loud, like, while on call with Lee, so we can talk about it, and it'll make sense when I show you the book. Mountain Bike, don't apologize. Like I said.
Mountain Bike said, Rosie, I wanted to buy the Willie's drink for you, but didn't realize it was almost $100? Oh my god. So you're telling me Teakwood has spent $300 on this, girly?
Teakwood is extremely generous. You should write a book, Rosie. It's such a thorough review. Thank you. I started writing a book in...
She did.
2021.
She claimed that she was going to write a book and about her life or something like that. It sounds like it didn't... She didn't follow through with that.
I don't know when I'll actually have it come out. Well, thank you to the person that just requested a cameo.
Y'all gonna read the Rosie Lynn Reed memoir?
Shout out Cameo.
I have it. I have it if y'all want one.
I won't share any information. Ooh, fun. I'll get to that soon. Oh my god, fun.
Girl,
just text me when you are ready. Heart.
Ready to what?
Okay. Are you saying you want to make reaction content?
Fax Incognito said, how do you feel about reactions to content that's already out there? I want to do either true crime or LOL, cause but from a psychological standpoint with bias pulled out, so not judging as much as noticing patterns and giving advice, but not cruel. Girl, I couldn't read that last. I don't know what that sentence meant.
Is that what you're saying, Cognito? Because what I will say as someone who's viewed that kind of content for a long time now, I think there's a lot of channels that genuinely kind of start out that way, where you're saying, like, from a psychological standpoint, with biases pulled out, so not judging as much as noticing patterns and giving advice, but not cruel. What I have seen happen in like every situation that I've personally witnessed is the people that go in with that intent, they may stay like that for a bit, but eventually they start putting together what brings them the views. And in most situations, when it comes to reaction content, the drama, the anger, and the rage bait make the most money. And eventually, especially if you reach the point of...
I have heard this, like, actually come from a couple different places lately. Like, I think Callie was just saying that, like, this about me, that, like, you know, well, it was me and other reaction channels in general. I was saying, like, oh, like, at a certain point, like, they gotta appease their audience, they gotta do this, they gotta do that. And that's a little different than what she's saying here, which is she's saying, like, reaction channels specifically engaging in, like, you know, maybe creating drama that's not there, rage baiting, etc. And all of it's just so silly, because I just react to whatever's there, okay? I'm just here to react to whatever's there. It's silly to say that, like, I'm just trying to appease my audience when frequently I don't appease my audience. And second of all, when it comes to what she's saying, I just want to say I did great for myself financially for a really long time, reacting to some of the most boring Amberlynn Reid content out there, okay? Where she wasn't doing anything dramatic, nothing. Okay, so you could be the most boring person in the world, Rosie, and I'll make it interesting and entertaining, because that's why I'm so talented. But it's just so silly, because really what I honestly do, and what I feel like keeps people coming back, whether they agree with all of my takes or not, is that I'm honest about how I feel about stuff, and I'm funny. And I'm going to give you my honest opinion, even if we don't care. And sometimes that makes a lot of people in my audience happy because they agree with me, and sometimes people get pissed. People get pissed. But I you know, obviously I'm making content that I want people to enjoy, but I don't have to do those things specifically to get people to enjoy my content. They just do. They just do. I'm just lucky like that. I'm just talented.
Being able to, like, make your sole income off of that, you're a lot more dependent upon the views and making sure you're hitting a certain number.
Yeah, that seems to be also, like, I recently did see something that was, like, a comment somewhere. It was probably on a video of mine somewhere. But it was like, Zach's so different. Zach's changed since Zach started, you know, relying on this for the views. I've been doing this since 2021 full time, and it was anything prior to that was when I was still working, like, a regular office job outside of that. So if you really think that was, like, the time when I've changed, but you've still somehow stuck around all the way to 2026, I'm here to tell you that me working a full-time job versus doing YouTube solely on its own hasn't changed anything. And Rosie's included in that, right? Because I know Rosie, the last time Rosie and I communicated was 2024, meaning she was watching me up until that point, meaning she had already experienced Zachary Marie, doing this as my full-time gig, being dependent on this income. What typically happens is that just sometimes I say something that people don't agree with, or suddenly they don't like a take that I have, and then all of a sudden it's like Zachary Michael has switched it up. And of course, in some ways, like, my opinions on things and stuff like that have changed. I've been doing this for, like, 9 years or something like that. So of course, like, over time things change, but, like, I I ain't changed things up specifically because I needed this for an income. I fully took a whole ass month-long break in 2025. I've gone from everywhere from like almost solely making Amberlynn Reed content to not making it because I just wasn't enjoying it. So, listen, my bills are paid. I pay my bills are paid, Amy Slayton.
So you keep a roof over your head, right? Outside of it being like a side gig, because it is a side gig, it is a little different.
Lots of assumptions being made for somebody who can't even take care of herself financially, allegedly. Okay, off of her sole income on YouTube. So let's just keep that in mind.
I think it depends on how you go about it. Boundaries you set, shit like that. I think a great example of a good reaction channel.
Oh yeah.
Reactions even loose, because she doesn't even really do reactions. I would say she's actually more commentary on a very specific niche, and that's Sansa Cooks. Like when I think of Girl World specifically, she sticks to her niche. She doesn't over sensationalize. She calls out bullshit when it's necessary, but in a very like logical, calm manner. She's not emotionally invested like I feel the majority of reaction channels are.
Countdown until she switches up her opinion on Sansa Cooks. Like she has literally every single reaction channel that she's ever claimed that she liked and enjoyed.
I feel like a great example of what I'm talking about is that one channel that uses an anthropology angle. She used to.
That one channel that uses an anthropology angle. Girl, just start naming names. Tiny Blue Anthropology. That's who it is. That's who you're talking about. She's so irritating.
To be pretty level-headed. And she used to be...
she used to be pretty level-headed until she started saying things you disagreed with. Again... This is my whole entire point. If y'all, I don't have time to get into the lore, but you just go look at, like, find somebody who's talked about the lore between Rosie and Tiny Blue Anthropologist, and it's out there. You'll find it. It'll explain why all of a sudden Rosie had to switch up. And spoiler alert, it's not too different from the reason she had to switch up with me.
Very fascinating, interesting voice to listen to. Even before she like got a massive hate boner for me, she started changing up, and she's she's really weird now. When you become so biased and overly invested, and you fall too deep into the rabbit hole, it's really hard to get out of. And from a viewer perspective, I feel like I got really deep in the Girl World rabbit hole.
Okay, say that part. Say that part out loud.
And it took me a while to completely detach myself and get myself out of that. So
you're still in it, Diva. Look at you right here, right now, talking about it.
Funny, like, whenever Barry, like, a week or so ago, like, I don't remember how long it's been, actually, whenever Barry was like, girl, delete Reddit, I was like, you know what? Yeah, I did that, and I'm completely detached. I actually, because of Barry and my other mods, it's been a very long time since I've seen the hate comments. I'll just kind of ask, like, I'll just do, like, a pulse check, a vibe check about, like, what they're majorly about.
Right, but you somehow knew that Stefan was starting a new business venture, and Stefan had this merch of you. Right, of course, right.
I just know roughly what's going on, and it's been incredible for my mental health, and I'm just removing myself from the cruelty and the hate has been very good for me. And
I mean, if that's truly the case, then great. I think that's wonderful for you, as you should. I just don't believe you.
I'm grateful that I have someone and some people that help me make sure that, like, if there's anything I truly need to know, I'll know. Because I've had that here and there, and then sometimes, people get lives and they're not able to do that, so then I have to go in and check occasionally, because I just have to make sure that, like, really scary IRL stuff isn't trying to happen or, is happening, right? Or if there's, like, things that are happening that I'm not being contacted about, like, I needed to know. But now I have...
I don't know that you do.
Like, people that understand the lore and know the situation and are able to, like, help me in that way. And that is, like, lifted such a burden. Yeah. I unfortunately... I got a random push notification from Twitter.
Unfortunately, I just got a random push notification from Twitter. Right. Right.
A hate tweet about my relationship, like,
right.
The day he left, and I was not thrilled about that.
Right. But she's so disconnected.
But I need to fix that.
The way she immediately tells on herself every time. It's just so funny.
That's the thing, like, I don't know, I've never been able to get Twitter to stop doing that. You know how many fucking people I blocked and muted on Twitter? Crazy. I keep it because I need it for a bulletin board in certain situations, but...
A bulletin board?
I mean, hey, if you feel like you can really add a neutrality to the space that would be an overall net positive...
I also just want to say, I didn't say this point earlier, but I also don't think things have to be neutral. My channel's legitimately about my opinion. It always has been. And my opinion is based on, like, my lived experiences and the things that I've gone through, which includes my interactions with people like Rosie, with people like Amberlynn. So no, it's not always going to be neutral. Like, yes, that influences and impacts my feelings and opinions about the situation. I try to be understanding, kind, empathetic when I can, but that doesn't mean I'm unbiased, you know, because even that urge or that, desire for me to be empathetic, to be understanding, that comes from me just, like, wanting to be a good person and who I am, and, like, that is also biased. There's a lot of people that don't want to give any kind of empathy or understanding to people like Rosie, but because of my lived experiences, like, I try to see the best in people, you know? I try to take all of that into account, but ultimately, at the end of the day, this is going to be biased because this is my opinion, and that's why people come to my channel.
Oh, good for you, but if people are even remotely compassionate in my direction, they get fucking shit on, bro. So, at least I'll say that for me. I mean, I'm sure it's probably the same for the other ones, too. Or, you know, I don't know what it is like for other people. I don't know. I know I'm not an LOL cow. I know I'm perceived as one. I know I'm considered one in the internet space. I'm not delusional, but I know in reality, I'm not one.
Sure.
I'm not going to waste time, energy, or patience
Sure.
on trying to convince people who are committed to the mission of misunderstanding me.
Work.
It's wrong because they forget there's a person that they're turning into entertainment regardless of their feelings. Like, the whole point is to dehumanize me. That's kind of the whole, like, underlying, like the kind of underlying bubble guts of girl world is, like...
The bubble guts? You got some bubble guts, girl, from them chili mac dogs?
Draw subconsciously to the majority of these people is the dehumanization of fat people. You can keep deluding yourself with stuff that's not true. The fatness is what draws people into girl world from their own eating issues, their own health goals, their own insecurities, etc., 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 etc. You're lying to yourself if you can't acknowledge that. I'm gonna go spend the night with my sweetie. Y'all have a wonderful day, a wonderful evening wherever you are, and stay true. Bye, guys.
On that note, I will say that she for a lot of the things she says, there's a DM from her, and there's a DM where she was talking to me once upon a time about Amberlynn saying I was fat phobic and how she didn't think that that was a fair representation of me because I don't talk about Amberlynn's weight, but I talk about the bad things that Amberlynn has done. So here we are. I also want to say I know that there's like Jane told me there's some kind of like book review or something in that video that she cut out. So if you were looking for my thoughts and opinions about that, it's not gonna happen today, but this is already an extremely long video. I hope you all enjoyed it. I did consider going live at one point, but I decided to just sit down and film all together. So I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did and you're brand new to my channel, consider subscribing down below. Hit the bell button so you get notifications. Leave me a comment, hit like, click share, and follow me on all my social media. I had so much fun today. I hope you did too, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!